Hello, I'm Leonardo Blake. I'm 61 years old and I'm a homosexual. Was that alright?
Yeah, that's good. So what happened to you in later life?
It was not until 1980 that I eventually left London for a more rural life. I still performed on the stage and moved up north to the beautiful town of Lincoln. It was there that I fell in love with another young man called Scott. It was at this time that I moved away from classical and traditional theatre and into the world of musicals. I was employed at the Theatre Royal in Lincoln, and we were to put on a production of the musical Oliver. I was to play the cunning little leader of the bunch of thieves, Mr. Fagin himself.
So you were not with Adam at the time?
Oh no. Adam left me. In the end, he could not keep up with my lifestyle. He wanted me to stop putting on makeup and become what he would call normal. I was not normal and never intended to be. So he left me and he broke my heart. I loved him truly. He was such a sweetheart, and I know he loved me deep down. I know it. I still miss him to this day.
Where is he now?
Oh, he's doing very well for himself. He has been in many successful productions and is now married to a man called Richard. They have been together for 20 years. Adam has moved on from acting and moved on to directing.
So, your new lover Scott?
Oh, yes.
Tell us about him.
Scott was a beautiful young boy. He had a natural blonde hair and was 18 years old. He was young and he was fresh and he was wonderful. I was 25 at the time of starring in Oliver. He was playing the Artful Dodger, so we had many fun scenes together. Some might be horrified to think that Fagin and the Artful Dodger were fucking behind the scenes. We clicked from the first time we met. It was at this point when I doled down my makeup.
But you said never to deny who you are.
Of course not. Never do that. And I was not. I still wore makeup and flamboyant clothes. I just doled it down, so it was not that obvious as it was when I was in London. You have to remember that I had just lost the man I loved, truly, because of makeup. Now I met a gorgeous man that I loved so truly, and he loved me. I was not going to risk that again. Me and Scott spent 7 long, happy years together.
Why did you split up, if you don't mind me asking?
This time it was not because of makeup, but work. He was hired to work on the Broadway stage. I would have loved to follow him, but I was hired in the West End production of Cats. I was to play the theatre veteran Asparagus, or Gus as he was most commonly known. A West End show and a chance of moving back to London, I could not refuse. Also, we had not been getting along too well over the past year, and so we agreed to part. It was another heartbreak, another gorgeous man leaving my life. I stayed in the cast for 1 year before joining the Banbury Players in Banbury in Nottinghamshire. It was there that I met my husband Theo, the owner of the Banbury Theatre. I stayed in the Banbury Theatre until 1999. By this time I had worked my way up and was partner in the business with my life partner Theo. I had directed many plays and musicals and was at the top of my career. It was in 1999 that we bought a theatre in London and moved down there. It seems I could not escape the capital of this great country. I loved London. That is why I always returned. Theo ran the theatre in partnership with myself. We got some very successful shows and made a lot of money. It was in 2003 that I started up my own drama school to teach children and adults how to act and to perform. Some of my students have ended up in the West End, Broadway and even films.
Anybody famous we might know?
I cannot tell you that.
So where are you living now?
I'm living in London in a house on Donbury Street near Farringdon Station. I still run my drama school and me and Theodore are still run a successful theatre together.